Oh, I'm back. Second live of the morning. Just a live freak I am. I wasn't supposed to buff out. I just did a live making my cortisol drink, or powder should I say. And then I went to give my little blackie a little snack. And when I reach into the chicken cage, that's what little blackie is, a blind chicken, it literally cuts out. It just started buffing. Hey, I'm back. I know, I don't know what happens, Bill. Every time, not every time, just sometimes when I go give Blackie a snack, it buffs out. So, I'm back, yeah. So, Mike, did you get my email? Or are you conveniently ignoring me so that you don't have to participate in what I emailed you about? Mate, the weather is amazing. That's why I'm putting on sunscreen, and I'm going to put this on, even though it's quite warm. Mate, can you believe this is spring? No email. What? So I emailed you. I didn't see it. Okay. I emailed you with the email that you put in your bio, Mike. So is that email changed? Okay, now I'm looking for a hat, guys. I'm looking for a hat. I'm looking for a guy in finance. I don't know. I'm just obsessed with that song. What the hell did I do with my hat? Guys, what did I do? I had to transport some people. Oh, here we go. Here's my hat. Oh, here's another hat. I had to take some friends to a Christmas party the other day, so... Oh, wrong way. So I wore these for my Christmas party, so to clean out the back of my car. So that's why my back of my car is quite clean, for one reason. But we need a hat today, guys, because it is hot. All right, we can put this down, because we don't need that up. Oh, guys, guess what? I finished my fifth book. My fifth book this year I've read. This book, The Compound Effect, guys, by Darren Hardy. Can I suggest that you get this from a local library? This is one of the best books I've ever read. The Compound Effect. Basically about motivating your life, getting your life goals in right. Okay, but I know you guys just want to get to the beach, right? I want to get to the beach too. So, keys in pocket. Let's take a water bottle. These are the days you just, honestly, guys. All right, guys, we are going to go and start our morning right with the jumping for joy. Now, that's where we're going to set you up. Tripod. Oh, it's getting tired. All right, we'll take this hat off because we probably don't need this hat right this second. There we go, set you up. Guys, how is this water today? How's this beach today? Holy smacks, guys. She's gorgeous. Yeah, we'll go this way, guys. Oh. Wow, look at the sky, guys. Look at the sky. Oh, she's gorgeous. She is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, universe. So guys, this is Monday morning here in southeast Queensland in Australia. It is spring here. And can I just say, it is nice and warm, guys. That's why you're going to have people swimming in the water already. People are already set up on the beach. So there's no surfy beaches in this area because there's an island right in front of here. This is Moreton Bay and there's an island there called Moreton Island. So that's why we don't have surf beaches here, like the surfy surf. We don't have surf. That is the word I'm looking for. We don't have surf. Now, if there was surf here, I wouldn't be able to afford to live here, guys. So that's why I'm very, very grateful that we have an island in front of us. Even though I've got to say, this is becoming quite a desirable place to live in southeast Queensland. The Redcliffe Peninsula is where I am. I can tell you where I live. I'm not going to tell you where I live, though. Live. Redcliffe Peninsula is made up of many little suburbs. There's Scarborough, there's Redcliffe, there's Margate, there's Clontarf, there's Woody Point, there's Kippering, there's Rothwell. So about 30,000 people live here. So it's quite a big peninsula. And it's nearly surrounded by water. It's nearly like an island. It's pretty cool, actually. Very cool. Hi, Ava. How you going? My guess it's Scarborough. You can guess wherever you think I live. So someone's already swimming in the water here. Oh, he's actually just sitting on a lilo. How cool, hey? What a way to start your Monday morning, sitting on a lilo. So I've got a late start today, guys. That's why my Monday morning looks like this. I've got to say, I don't mind my Monday morning. Okay, there's someone lying on a lilo. We don't need to show you her. She's lying topless. You don't see her boobies, guys, but no, still, out of respect, we don't need to show you that. Ooh. But I tell you, it's such a beautiful day. That's why everyone's out. Oh, okay. We actually can't keep on walking here, guys. Look. Inlet of water's come through. Normally I can walk straight through. If I had no shoes on, I would walk through there. But I have shoes on, guys, so let's behave today. It's just a storm water drain. So we've actually had lots of rain in the last couple of days, so that's probably a lot of water coming through from the gutters out to the ocean. So that's why you've got to be careful what you litter on the roads, because it goes out to the ocean, right? That's why you find very, very weird things on the beach. Like, I don't know what that was. All right. Now we're on the other side. Hello, seagulls. How are you? Hey, Jason, how you going? It's Queensland, yeah. Queensland is the sunshine state of Australia. There's more sunny days here in Queensland than in any other place in Australia. And southeast Queensland specifically, where I live, so I'm 30 minutes away from Brisbane. Brisbane City is the capital of Queensland. And yeah, so we don't live in a bad little place, I've got to say. We have the local swimmers. They swim through winter even, these guys. So a lot of you guys that have followed me when I've been doing lives through winter will see that, okay, there's a kid here, so we don't need to show a child. You'll see that I've pointed out the people swimming on the beach swimming. Because, yeah, they swim through winter. They have wetsuits on, though, because, you know, it's a bit cold in winter. Though it's not that cold, right? It's not Canada cold. Like, it doesn't snow here. Our winter here is quite mild. Like, I've been able to swim through winter here in the beaches. Some winter days are so warm. Whoa, 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 whoa. So it looks like the tide is coming up, guys. And my hat keeps on flying off, guys. Whoop. My hat keeps on flying off. First world problems, right guys? First world problems. Okay. I know, the problem is it's too big. I did get it from an op shop, guys, so someone obviously got rid of it for a reason. Because I think maybe it appealed to me because it's so big, the brim is really big. So that, you know, it stops the sun on your face. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. But I spent a lot of time fighting the hat to make it stay on my head. Anyway, like I said, first world problems. Dora, first world problems. Right. Just turn the camera around. You don't need to see me fighting with my hat. Sea rats with wings laugh. I'm not a sea rat. Is that what you're trying to say? I'm a sea rat. Oh. Okay, guys. I'm about to give up on this hat, guys. I think there's a reason why it was donated to an op shop. It's not to be worn on windy days. But it's not that windy, guys. Look at the trees. It's not even hardly even moving, the trees. So it's not even that windy. Maybe when I walk back the other way, it'll be better. Oh, right. So someone's got here, yeah, nah, Sydney is 100% better. Well, that's great. That's why you should live in Sydney and I should live here. I love here. I'm actually going to Sydney in a couple of weeks, actually. I like Sydney to visit. I wouldn't want to live there. I love where I live. I'm very grateful to say that, you know, people say that, you know, some people don't like where they live and they, you know, they try to get away from where they live. I grew up here. I went to school here, mostly. And, you know, I still continue living here and I can't see myself living anywhere else. Though Diego, because he's a bit country, he's very country, right? He would love to go move to a farm. My mum obviously lives on a farm and he'd love to like move there or something like that. Have a bit of property, away from neighbours, right? But, yeah, I like where I live. I like Brisbane. It's better traffic than Sydney. Sydney is chaotic with roads. And I've got to say, Brisbane is starting to get a bit chaotic with roads, but nothing like Sydney. The traffic in Sydney is ridiculous. Just like in Melbourne. Like, you know, Melbourne and Sydney are the biggest cities in Australia. They are not the capitals. Does anyone, other than anyone in Australia here, does anyone outside of Australia in the chat, does anyone know what the capital of Australia is? And if you're in Australia, because I know someone here is from Sydney, don't answer the question, because you obviously know the answer. This is for my friends that don't live in Australia. What is the capital of Australia? Oh, the seagulls. Oh, okay, bye, Bill. Yeah, now I get you. Though I have been called a rat before, you dirty little rat bag. So we have a surf club. Even though there's no surf here, guys, we do have a surf club. So on the weekends and school holidays, they have this, you know, the swim between the flags set up. A couple of weeks ago, I was doing a live here and they had one of the surf life-saving club kind of get-togethers. So a lot of the surf clubs from other areas come here and they do a lot of, like, you know, swimming on the beach, swimming, running on the sand, all the different like exercises they do. Unfortunately that day I was busy. I would have come back and watched it because it's so much fun. I wouldn't have filmed it because obviously a lot of people are under 18 and that's just not, you know, you shouldn't be filming people under 18. All right, so we're walking up to Lavender's Rock. Lavender, When I finished my live before, she was just jumping on the... Oh, look how clear the water is here, guys. Wow, I should be going for a swim, guys. Okay, here's Lavender's Rock. We give it a little kick. We also give love. We're sending you love, guys. Whoever's standing there in the chat, I'm sending you love. Well, I have some water. So this is a mangrove area. So you can see the sun, the tide's coming up. You can't actually walk through here too much. Because normally I can walk over here. I love this kind of stuff. Makes me feel like I'm on moon. I'm moonwalking. It's beautiful. Okay, Mike got it right. Canberra. The cyclone, Ivan, no, we don't have cyclones here, guys. We have had a cyclone. They're very, very rare, right? Gosh, guys, I'm going to say, I've just got to take this in, guys. This is so beautiful today. So, so beautiful. The mangroves, we really need mangroves, guys. We are clearing mangroves out so badly for development. And mangroves clean the water. They clean the air. Don't ask me how they do it, but, you know, Google it. But they're really, really good for our ecosystems and our waterways. So when you see mangroves, you should say, good work, mangroves, good work. You do really good work. And yeah, thankfully, they're looking okay. They're not dying. Anyway, let's go back through here before we get in here. All right, let's keep on walking. So Ivar, is it Ivar or Ivan? I can't even see. Ivar. So yeah, cyclones don't normally come this close to come far down the coast. But in saying that, we have had some cyclones, and we actually at the start of the year had a cyclone. What was his name? Cyclone Arthur? I don't know, I can't even remember the name. But yeah, we had a cyclone about March this year. And shit, man, the roof, I swear to God, was going to fall off the house. And interestingly enough, guys, we have an asbestos roof. Asbestos is like, you know, the old style roofs when they used to make them in the 60s. So I've got an old 60s house. And we are in the, well, when I say we, Diego, he's a builder. He does work, but on his days off, he renovates the house, right? And he'll be renovating the house forever. Because, you know, builders... The last house the builder does is their own house. He's doing really well at the moment doing it. He's getting a lot of shit done. If you watched my previous live, I don't show you too much about what Diego's doing. But yeah, he's building a deck on the side of the house. And because he's building a deck, he's taking all the cladding off the side of the house and replacing it with different cladding. And basically he's had to change our sink section, like where our kitchen is. He's had to change stuff because the windows don't fit. Anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. That's a whole different story, guys. I don't know what I even talk about. Oh yeah, the cyclone, because someone asked me about the cyclone. So anyway, long story short, the cyclone actually lifted some tiles off on the asbestos roof, and asbestos is really, really bad. And if you have asbestos, you know, broken or anything on your roof, it's actually really, really bad. Like, bad. So anyway, we put an insurance claim, and guess what? We got a new roof. Crap, that was amazing, because, you know, we were going to have to actually get a new roof in anyway. So I'm actually very, very thankful the cyclone came, even though I was shit scared. Like the night the cyclone hit, oh my God, I swear to God, guys, I didn't sleep. All I could hear was the roof lifting off the ceiling. It was so scary. I swear I thought the roof was going to fly off. Some people's roofs did fly off. So it was quite it wasn't really a bad cyclone, but it wasn't good. But anyway, we got a new roof out of it. Thank you. Thank you, cyclone. And now we don't have an asbestos roof, right? Okay, what's happening here? Let me look at the chat. So Mike doesn't live in Australia. Mike lives in Minnesota. So I don't know who Ivar is. Hey, Debbie Sue, how you going? There are no good cyclones, Debbie Sue saying. Yeah, well, true, very true. But, you know, if we're going to get the side effects of the cyclone, I'm kind of like, wow, like we actually got a new roof. And the cost of renovating houses here in Australia, I'm sure everywhere around the world, is just ridiculous now, guys. The cost of actual material is so expensive. Like about 5 years ago, I priced getting a new roof and it was going to be like, I think it was going to be $20,000, 20,000 Australian, which is about like 10,000 US. It's doubled in price, guys. Doubled plus some. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, we've been wanting to get a new roof for a while, but again, just cost, waiting for basically, to save the money. And then that cyclone came and friggin' hell, the roof lifted, and yeah, obviously from that, that caused some asbestos damage on the roof from the wind. And we have, obviously I've been paying insurance. House insurance is bloody expensive. And yeah, well, that's why it's expensive, because people make claims, right? And I made a claim. So anyway, what a day, guys. This is just what I needed from my Monday morning, guys. All about starting your week off right. So guys, my morning was started. I woke up before the alarm, which is always a good morning, right? My alarm was set for 6 a.m. I woke up about 5:30. And I went to the toilet, of course. Had a scull of water. And then I did a 10-minute meditation. I did share my meditation, guys, in my community tab. I did a meditation, a 10-minute guided meditation. And I tell you, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Full gratitude. And then I read my book. Guess what, guys? Debbie Sue. I've finished my 5th book for this year. Now I know, guys, for people that read regularly, they're like, no biggie. But for Dora, who has not read a book front to cover for about 5 or 6 years, that is pretty epic, guys. And I have to say thank you very much for 75 Hard for getting me back into reading. So obviously I finished a week ago and I'm still reading, guys. So I think I read 4 books in the 75 Hard time. So I had to read 10 pages a day. And yeah, I finished my 5th book. Stoked. And that book was so good, guys. I have to share that book. I'm going to do a community post or something about it, because if I could buy you that book, guys, I would buy you that book. Like Mike, Debbie Sue, Bill, I don't know who else is there. I'd love to gift you this book, because I tell you, it's so powerful. Oh, look at this, guys. So nice. Oh, I could probably just walk across there, guys, hey? Could I get across there? Oh, no, I'd probably get a bit, see, it's like, boo, I could probably get across. But no, these shoes here have been hammered so many times for me doing exactly the same thing, thinking, oh yeah, I can make it across. And then I get hammered by the water, which again, doesn't really matter. No, not really. But shoes are not liking seawater. Seawater does. Like I was saying about sea salt also, it rusts away everything, right? All right. We might just, the lady on the beach has now turned herself over. She is now sunning the front of her body. So we don't need to show you that, because that's just not nice. I mean, no, she's just effectively wearing a bikini. But again, you know, she didn't sign up to be on my YouTube channel today. Oh, guys. Did I tell you how much I love this walk? All right, we've got to start walking. Walking. Now, I remember saying to Debbie Sue and Paul one day that I was going to start doing a silent live. Not one of those silent lives, guys, that, you know, people go for like 6 hours so they can get watch hours, because I think they're a little bit bullshitty. Sorry if you, not sorry, if you do one of those, great, good on you. But I think for me personally, it doesn't give any value to anyone. The whole idea of YouTube is to give value. I'm not sure what value I'm giving right this minute. Obviously, I'm giving you banter. I'm giving you a look at the beach here in Australia, because a lot of people don't live near the beaches, right? So they like to see the beach. Like, for example, my friend Debbie Sue in the chat, she lives in Virginia. She lives in the mountain area. So, like, she doesn't get to see the beach, right? So this is her way of seeing the beach. I'm sure she likes my little banter. Mike lives in Minnesota. He loves anything to do with water. Minnesota has lots of lakes. He's a fisherman. This is a giant fisherman's dream here. So maybe that's why Mike watches into this video today. Bill lives in Iowa, the corn state. Well, that's far away from a beach too. Oh, look at that. So guys, we're going to quickly interrupt my walking to do we're going to try and do some more push-ups. We try, right? Gotta work on these guns, all right? Okay, let me see. Hold on. There's some chat here. Let me see. Hey, Deb. Deb's back? I missed it. What? You missed what? She's like, no, I'm live. I'm here, Deb. Oh, Deb, I love you. So many times I get these messages saying, are you live? I'm like, no, it's a replay, Deb. Deb, I'm live. I'm talking to you right now, Deb. How are you, Deb? And like Deb, she lives in Texas, way away from the beach. So this is, again, her opportunity to see the beach. I like your banter, but I would love to relax and watch the beach and have that visualization. It would be a great meditation. Hey, Rhonda, I'm back. I'm listening while I cook. What are you cooking? The beach. Yeah, the beach is amazing. Okay, guys, I'll be back on the beach in a second, okay? Just gotta work these guns for a second, okay? Just wait. We can do this. Oh, shit. Okay, I completely forgot. These shoes have shit grip. Don't do that one. Do this one. I keep on moving. Okay, triceps. Okay, I've done 2 sets. I'm gonna do a third. Instead of doing 10 triceps, I'm gonna see how many I can do. Let's see how many I can do. This is something I read in the book too that I'm talking about. The compounding effect I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, I did 6 more. So it talks about, well, it's a gym thing too, about, pushing weights and pumping weights and stuff, is that when you do your sets, when you finish your sets, try to go to fatigue. See how many you can do till you can't do. So that's what I just did. So the same with, if you were in sales, push past that one more sales call, just do one more. And that one more might actually get your sale, right? If you're a telemarketer. That was his example in the book. Squats. Okay. Squats are easier because I can do lots of them. So I've done 63 squats, guys, which means I'm going to talk about 63. 63 is the number of people per week in Australia, because I'm Australian, that unfortunately decide they don't want to be here, meaning they take their life, right? It's a subject that people don't like to talk about. Unfortunately, I talk about it because I lost a friend. She's one of those statistics. So one of those 63 people in a week was my friend Esther. And she's not here today because of that reason. And yeah, mental health is the reason why she's not here today. She had a traumatic marriage. There was a lot of physical abuse and mental abuse, and that left her with very many mental traumas that were never addressed. She lived in Malaysia. In Malaysia, they don't believe in mental health. They just say, just get over it, move on, right? She did divorce, but she was always tormented by what happened in her relationship. She met a new man on the internet, like you do. He was Australian. And, through that, she came to Australia. She brought her youngest daughter with her. And she was still tortured because she left 2 children at home in Malaysia with her ex-husband. And though in Australia it is more recognised, mental health, she was on medication. She didn't like the way it made her feel. I think she got on another medication, didn't like how that felt. She was using alcohol to help with her thoughts, to sleep. And yeah, unfortunately, after many, many years, she tried many times, unfortunately. And I knew this. She talked to me about it. And again, what do you do when a friend tells you that, they hate their life, and sometimes they're in that dark moment that they want to take their life. I'm not a counsellor. I know Rhonda is, quite experienced in mental health and counselling, because that's what she does for a living. What I do currently for a living is, I work with people with disabilities and long-term unemployed, and I help them get jobs. And depression and mental health is a big indicator in that. And even though I am not degreed, I don't have a degree in, this kind of stuff, you do a lot of you do a lot of courses, and, unfortunately, you meet a lot of people and you start not experiencing myself, but you see what they experience, and if you ask questions, you know. And over the years, I've done this for 20 years plus, you guess you get some experience, but like not that you ever get experience talking to someone about this kind of stuff. And I'm sure like when you're an experienced counsellor, you know how to talk about this kind of stuff, but for the everyday person like me, we don't. And I would just listen. That sometimes probably one of the best things you can do is just listen. And as a counsellor, that's what they do a lot of the time, is they do listen, because a lot of people want to try to help someone, and and sometimes you can't help. Sometimes there's nothing you can do, and I would just listen and hug her and hold her hand. There were many times I picked her up. She had used alcohol. I'd pick her up. She'd had a fight with the husband. I'd pick her up and I would just hug her. I'd take her to the beach, because the beach is it's a place where your heart just feels so free. And she loved the beach. And I would take her to the beach and we would just sit here and look at the ocean, and she would just talk. Yeah. Anyway, she's not here today, and I think it's a really important thing that we talk about mental health. If there's a challenge, I'll do it, because I'm that kind of person. I will raise funds for mental health. If someone calls me, I will give them the time. So anyway, obviously it's raw for me, because she's my friend, and it's sad. It's very sad. But we've got to think about for now, right? What now? I can't help my friend Esther right now, but we can help ourselves this is why I do this kind of routine that I do for myself in the mornings, because it's good for my mental health, right? Who's to say that in the future that I might need some support, right? Or that one of us looking at this chat might need support. All right, what time is it? Okay. We can walk a little bit more. Right, I'm sweating. All right, let's go to the beach. Wow, what a morning. Monday mornings for me feel like I know it's a new day. I mean, God, it's a new day. Of course it is. But it's just like, I don't know, for me, Mondays means like, I set my week up right. Like if I can do all the things, I can start my week up and set it up right. So that the week, let's not get, so that, I can achieve the things I want to achieve, right? But yeah, circling back to about doing a silent live. This week, actually tomorrow morning. So that'll be tomorrow afternoon for you guys. Oh, I don't know what afternoon. But anyway, my Monday morning, so in 24 hours, I'll do a silent live, guys. Because normally on a Tuesday morning and a Friday morning, I do Pilates. But my Pilates teacher's gone to Fiji for a week. Lucky her, hey? Imagine a week in Fiji, guys. Fiji is like Mexico to Americans. You know, it's not, it's like 2-hour flight and it's like a different world, right? So yeah, she's gone to Fiji for a week. So I have to entertain myself on a Tuesday and Friday morning. So it's like a bonus, right? All right, we're not walking through there. Walk back this way. So if you would like to do a beach meditation tomorrow, I will do a live that I won't talk. I'm not sure exactly how I will do that. I won't mute because that would be easy, right? Then I can just talk to myself. But I think you'd like to hear the ocean, right? So I will do my very first silent live. There will be miming. I will go. I can't help myself. I mean, I've got just baby steps, right? It'll be hard enough that I can't talk. But I will try to hold my hat on. I will, not talk, guys. I don't know how it will go, but we're just going to give it a crack, okay? So if you would like to do a meditation, and that'll be, I guess, your Monday afternoon, because most of you guys are American, or wherever you are watching from this, live, replay, or live, if you'd like to join a beach, soulless walk, I don't know, walk with me, just sit there and just watch the ocean. It'll also benefit myself because, like a bit of silence would be really good for Dora. Like I said, last week I had set a whole lot of things that I'd like to do in my week, not daily, because I'm trying to get away from, the 75 hard regime that I was doing. I have said, these are healthy things for my own life. Like a couple of times a week I want to walk, a couple of times a week I'll do Pilates, a couple of times a week I'll do some strength training, a couple of times a week I'll have my, that concoction I made this morning. I'll do my green powder, I'll have, I'll drink 3 litres of water, all these things, right? And meditation was one of them. So last week I put on my list that I wanted to do 3 meditations. I ended up doing 4 meditations last week, guys. And I tell you, my brain thanks me for it. That little bit of stillness just was just amazing. So if you ever want to do a 10-minute meditation, I really encourage you to check out my community posts. I post in there not all the time, but every now and then I'll share a link to one of the meditations I did. Obviously they're free. But yeah, this morning's was very beautiful. And it was a good way to set my week up. And then I read my book. And I finished my book, guys. I am so excited. I finished my 5th book of the year. My God, and I just can't tell you how much these books are all all interlinked. I mean, there's no set, no one tells me you got to read this book and this book in the 75 hard. You can read any book you want, right? In 75 hard, except it has to be a motivational, inspirational book. But it has to, give you some kind of positive message, right? And I tell you, the positive messaging I'm getting from all these books I've read, it's just so powerful. And the reflection, oh my God, it's just, I can't even tell you. If I can just bottle up what I feel right now, I'm like, it's a whole lot of gratefulness, motivation. Just, I feel so inspired. My heart just feels so full. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I am glad the 75 hard is over. It was bloody hard. But I am so, so grateful that we did it. And when I say we, you know, we, because a lot of you guys in the chat, you guys supported me. You really got me through it. There were some dark days. Not dark days, guys. You know, I'm a bit being dramatic there. But, you know, there were some days that I was really quite emotional. And, you know, diet does that to you too. Like when you, that's why I hate the word diet. And I hate to say this, guys, but tomorrow I'm going back on the new, like I'm continuing the phase of the health plan that I'm on, which means basically I'm doing like for the next 2 weeks, no sugars, which means no bloody fruit. I love fruit. No fruit, no carbs. So basically it's a no sugar diet and no carb for 2 weeks. And when you do that, your body really gets low in energy. So I've just got to, now that I kind of know how my body works, I can check myself. Like I'll be kind to myself on those days, right? While I was doing the 75 hard, I had to keep on doing my walking and do all the things, and it affects your brain. So now I know what I'm doing, right? Well, you know, I kind of so know what I know I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. But on those days where my energy is low, I don't need to exercise, right? I don't need to do anything. I mean, I have to go to work. But anyway, I want to show you the book I'm reading, guys. I'm just going to take this, just get some sand off my shoes. Actually, we're just going to take my shoes off. That's what we're going to do. And we're dying for some electrolytes. And I have that in the car. See, I'm looking after myself. So you know how when I was trying to do push-ups, I was sliding? These shoes, they just seem to be there. There's no grip on them. So it's hard to get grip. All right. Let me show you this book I'm reading, guys. I know it's a great angle. I don't care really. Oh, this hat. Let's turn the car on. Okay. The book. Flip this around. The Compound Effect, guys, by Darren Harding. I love you guys. Hey, raw footage. How you going? Footage. Hello, Raw. How you going? I haven't seen you for ages. Sorry, guys. I haven't looked at a lot of people's channels for a while, guys, because I've been doing 75 hard. But anyway, I'll finish now, so I need to check up on how my friend Raw's footage is going. You're in my prayers. Thank you. Thank you for doing a prayer for me. So this is the book, guys, The Compound Effect. Can you please screenshot this? I'd love you to get this book somehow. I got it from a second-hand shop. It cost me $2. $2 from a second-hand shop. I just picked it up and thought, what a great book to read. But guys, this is a really good book. Really good book. So please, screenshot this. Compound Effect by Darren Harding. I can't tell you how great this book is. You guys have heard me talk about this book a lot. It's so, so, so good. Compound Effect by Darren Harding. So that was my 5th book I read. And yeah, we have finished the book. So we're up to a new book. And I'm just going to balance you there on my steering wheel. Oops. I need to have some electrolytes, guys. Another thing about my routine is I need to have electrolytes in my day because I drink a lot of water. You drink a lot of water, you're pushing the salts, the natural salts and minerals out of your body, so you need to put stuff back in. So a pinch of sea salt's really good for you too. But electrolytes, try to find one that's not full of sugar. They're all full of sugar though. Whoops, did you smell out? Oh, okay, the car says it's 25 degrees today. It's a beautiful spring day. Beautiful. Okay, so, I need to take this off first. I wore that just so I don't get sunburnt, guys. I did put sunscreen on underneath it just because, it's not completely sun screen protection. But I'm just trying not to get so many freckles on my body. Um, I did just have a skin check. You're supposed to have a skin check every 2 years. I have, my dad actually was prone to getting skin cancers, especially southeast Queensland where I live. Is very prone to a lot of people getting skin cancers like melanomas. So they obviously get them cut out or burnt out. My dad used to get them burnt out. So yeah, he used to get them on his face because he used to play a lot of tennis. That's why I used to play tennis. So southeast Queensland is such a beautiful weather that we're out in the sun a lot. So hats, sunscreen, covering up your body is really important so you don't get those sun cancers. And getting checked every 2 years. So anyway, that's one of the things I do. So anyway, guys, thank you for being here. We're in the car. Hey, Maddie, how you going? So, what do people think about me doing this tomorrow? So it should be, I don't know when that will be for you guys. I don't know. I'm so confused with time zones. Like America, because a lot of you guys are from America. Healthy Wizard Kizzard. Oh, Healthy Kitchen Wizard. Hello, how you going? You know what? I've only just recently subscribed. I've watched a couple of your videos, but yeah, I need to spend a bit more time. Like raw footage does healthy cooking, healthy food, juices, juicing, all the things that I love, love, love. And now it seems like Debbie Sue's got here. Hi, Jean. So Jean must be raw footage. I actually don't know your real name, raw footage. I don't like to. It sounds weird to say hi, Raw. How you going? So if you'd like to tell me your real name, and I'll try to remember it. I'm not very good at remembering names, but I try. I just like to address people by their real names, right? Um, Healthy Kitchen Wizard says hello, hi. I'm doing great. What is your first name, Healthy Wizard? Oh, Jean is Healthy Wizard. Okay. Hi, Jean. Nice to meet you. I do need to fabulously catch up on a lot of people's channels. I've been working on myself for the last 75 days. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be more intentional about YouTube. You know, I'm not saying that I'm, not going to look at anyone's YouTube. That'd be silly, right? But people that, support my channel, comment on my videos, come to my lives, I'm more likely to go check out their videos. Going to be honest, just going to be honest, because I am time poor. I do work full time and I do all the things. I'm trying to look for another job. I'm doing all these things to, get on more holidays next year, right? And, obviously I'm trying to work on myself. So I don't have endless amounts of time to look at YouTube. So I'm being a little bit more intentional. So can I ask you guys, when you leave my live, whenever you leave my live, you can leave anytime you like, but if you don't mind, if you can put a comment on the live, just so I remember that you came to my live. That way I'm more going to remember to come back to look at your channel. So like, for example, Healthy Kitchen Wizard, I don't know why that is tripping me up there, Healthy Kitchen Wizard, Jean is Healthy Kitchen Wizard and Mirage Shades of Light. Okay, I have seen Mirage Shades of Light around too in a lot of my the lives I go to. Okay, so you're Jean. Okay, right. Okay, kind of like by a moment. If you don't mind, if you could put a comment on my live, that way I know that you've come to my live. And you could also say, well, Dora, why don't you just look at the chat? Well, see, the problem is my chats take 24 hours to download. So after I finish this live, you guys can watch the live, but you will not be able to see the chat. I won't be able to see the chat for 24 hours. In 24 hours time, I'm on to a completely different, day live conversation. I will forget the conversations I've had today. So I'll forget that I've even had a conversation with Jean and that know that she's that Mirage Shade of Light channel. So if you go put a comment on my live, I'm more likely to go and then look at your channel. So if you'd like me to look at your channel, put a comment. There you go. I mean, there are people like Maddie, Simply Debbie Sue, Mike, Paul, my kind of regular people that come and say hello, Rhonda. I have you fresh in my mind because I'm having lots of conversations with you anyway. So I'm more likely to go check out your videos, right? So yeah, just saying that. And that actually suggestion was given to me by Doran, which everyone knows is the source, right? He told me that was a really good way of doing it because I was kind of asking him, how does he do it? Because he does a lot of lives, he's got a lot of people following him. How does he maintain, keeping in contact with people? Because you can't keep in contact with everyone, right? It's just not possible. Can I just tell you, I'm enjoying this so much. Okay, guys, that's what I was looking. I was looking for seeing if anyone said, um, oh, so this is the section. So Deb's got here. I'm going to have lots of fun trying to get you to talk. Good try. Good try. Good try. Can I jump in the water? Oh no, Maddie, it's so beautiful. Aussie Amy. Had Pilates reformer a long time ago. I wish I bought one. Oh, Aldi had one. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I've never tried that before. Amy, are you still there? I like Monday mornings. I really do. I like Monday mornings. So I can't go completely back, guys. So anyway, um, Wayne, how you going, Wayne? Wayne, can you put your email in the chat? I will screenshot it. Then I'll delete it so that way people don't know your email because I want to email you so we can know when I'm going to Sydney. I can catch up with you. Okay, that's another thing I need to do in my week. I need to get a new email and put it in my bio. So everyone's saying hello to Wayne. Wayne is a guy I've made friends with. He is a courier driver in Sydney, so he knows all the streets of Sydney. He actually doesn't live too far away from where my sister lives in Sydney. I'm going to my sister's house in about a week and a half time. I'm going to spend a week in Sydney. I'm there to go see a rave. Some of my favourite DJs are playing, Steve Aoki and Armin van Buuren. And I'm so grateful they're coming because, they come from America and Europe. Not too many DJs come to Australia because we're so far away. So it's very exciting they're coming to Australia. And it gives me an opportunity to go see my sister, catch up with my sister. I'm actually going to meet up with, I don't, like a lot of people said, well, why don't you try to meet up with some, some YouTubers from Sydney? I don't actually know any YouTubers from Sydney. There is a YouTuber from Sydney that's just started following me. I think they're friends with Susan from High Country Homestead. I kind of put it out there if they wanted to meet up, but they didn't take the carrot. So, you know. Wayne hasn't put it. I can delete it. Yeah, you can delete it. Okay, Wayne, if you'd like to catch up with Dora, like we said, we talked about, let's catch up for a drink, a coffee, a soft drink, a water, a walk. Let's go for a walk. Yeah, please put your email in the chat. I will screenshot it and then we'll delete it. Well, Maddie's going to delete it for me. Yeah, because otherwise I can't kind of catch up because I actually got rid of my email from my bio because it's the normal email that I connect to YouTube. Apparently you don't do that because then people can, if they somehow are very smart, they can hack your email and then they can hack into your YouTube, and then they send you emails and say, hey, if you want your YouTube back, you've got to pay us $10,000. I'd say keep the YouTube, whatever. But when you get a big YouTuber, because one day Dora will be a big YouTuber, um, that would not be nice, right? So yeah, so they took my email down. So some of you guys have my private email. I have a couple of emails, right? But that's my Instagram, my YouTube app email. So I need to make a new one. I'll put that in the bio. Then I don't have to do this kind of thing. So anyway, Wayne has not responded, but that's all right. Wayne's probably working. So what was I going to say? I was sidetracked. I don't know. So guys, I wanted to talk about. So last week, I set my intentions for the week of all these things I wanted to get done, and in this book, it talks about in the back. Oh, actually, it says about the author. Let's read about the author here, guys, because this is a good book, guys. I want to know about the author because I don't really know about him. So I've been prepared. I've got my glasses. About the author. Let me read about him. Darren has been a leader in personal development industry for 17 years, back when this was written, having led 2 personal development-based television series. Okay. He obviously used to run television shows, right? Okay. Darren is a product of the principles he reveals in the compound effect. As an entrepreneur, Darren has earned 6 figures income by the age of 18. Shit, really? Wow, go him. More than $1 million a year at the age of 22. Owned a company producing $50 million a year in revenue at the age of 27. Yeah, see, look, to me, that kind of just big notes someone. For me personally, I think money's money. Like, I don't put onus on, I made $1 million. I made $50 million. To me, that just says tosser. Okay, but that's just me being honest, right? Dora, Wayne is saying. See you, Maddie. You're going for a walk. Good work. Enjoy your walk. So Maddie, guys, Maddie is in Arizona. She's in the desert. So obviously someone else is talking about the author. So obviously he has a magazine called the Success Magazine. Anyone heard of that? The Success Magazine. I don't even know if it still goes. Magazines aren't really even going anymore, are they? Darren is in a unique position to interview leading experts on human performance and achievement. As many of a lot of CEOs, entrepreneurs, athletes, entertainers, Olympic champions. So obviously in his magazine, he interviews a lot of top performing people. Each month in the magazine, on his blog, there's a blog. There's a Darren blog, and there's a Twitter, there's a Facebook. Interesting. Darren's passion is personal development at the core of his business and his life philosophy. My God. He is committed to helping others achieve their potential in order to live a richer, more fulfilled life. Yeah. Darren Hardy, the publisher of Success Magazine, presents The Compound Effect. Fundamental principles that have guided the most phenomenal achievements in business, relationships, and beyond. In easy-to-use, step-by-step operating systems, allows you to multiply your success, chart your progress, and achieve any desire. I love this book, guys. I'm going to say, friggin' amazing book. One of the last pages he said in this book was, when you lose your momentum, I'm going to take my glasses off. When you lose your momentum, come back to the book. he said that basically the book is supposed to, give you that momentum, the mo. I've never ever heard of that before, the mo. I mean, mojo, right? But I've just never heard it pronounced like, have you got the mo, the mo? So what does that mean? But that's what he's talking about, the momentum. So obviously coming from 75 hard, my momentum is pretty high, right? So springboarding from that, that's why I wrote out a list of things that, like the 75 hard that I'm supposed to do every day, but not doing it every day. I don't have to do it every day because, 75 hard is a great challenge of toughness because it builds it's habit stacking. If you do that's, positive things each day, they, become built into your system, right? Like drinking water. I mean, I always drank water, but I'm not going to drink a gallon of water a day. I did that for 75 days, right? But I'm going to try to drink 3 gallons, not 3 gallons, 3 liters, which would be like a 3/4 of a gallon a day. Because it's good for me. It helps my body. I've worked it. I mean, it helps my knee, right? It helps my joints. Um, Reading the book, that has been such a massive change in my life, guys. I will look back at this in 5 years' time and go, do you remember when I did 75 hard? That's when I started reading books. That is when my mind just went. So, and that's another thing he said in the last couple of pages of this book was like, think about yourself 5 years ago, where you were, and look how far you've come. And I tell you guys, and that, I mean, he doesn't know who's reading the book, right? But in the last 5 years, I've really, really, really honed in on habits. And not everyone likes routine, and I get that. For me personally, with my brain and how I operate, if I don't have routine, it's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos anyway. But you know, it works well for me. Have I read Atomic Habits? No, I haven't. I'm going to screenshot that because that would be a book I need to get. Whoops. Yep, screenshotted it. Thank you. Yeah, no, I haven't read it. You can post email. Hold on. You can't post email addresses in chat. Oh, but you can because that's how I've got other people. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, that's the problem. Wayne keeps on trying to do it. Okay, Wayne, this is a better idea. Write your email, but put spaces. Put, like if it's just hypothetically, right? Do Wayne, if your email was wayne@gmail.com, don't put it in wayne@gmail.com. Go Wayne space at and put at space Hotmail. Do you get what I mean? So just do it that way. Then it won't delete it. Okay? Um, yeah, like the last 5 years, I realized at 45 that, oh shit. Sorry, guys, are you still there? I realized at 45, well, I was taking 2 medications to control my blood pressure, right? And I was fat. I was very overweight. No, I'll take that back. I wasn't overly overweight, but I was overweight for my size and height and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, I thought, you know what? It's time. I have to address this because if I don't address this, I'm going to get to the menopause age. And I was thinking about menopause at 45, going, okay, this is the buzzword. Everyone's talking about menopause, 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 menopause. My God, the fucking pauses. Um, and I thought, okay, well, what's going to happen is going to happen, right? I can't stop it, right? But if I'm in a healthy space, my body, my mind, when those pauses come into my life, I've got a better way of dealing with it. So that's why I started addressing it. So yeah, I thank myself 5 years ago for addressing my health. I mean, I got off the 2 medications to control my blood pressure by literally eating healthy, exercising more, and stopping to drink alcohol so much. Yeah, alcohol. I know we love alcohol, especially in Australia. We love alcohol. It's part of our, culture. Um, but that's how I did it. I had to hone in on myself and go, right, if you don't do something about it, you will, medication causes other issues, right? So yeah, the medication that I was on was making me fatter. It was giving me a lot of fluid retention. The medication, I can't remember what the medication was, but there was two different medications, and one of them particularly by something beta blocker. Beta blocker. That's what it was. The name was beta blocker. Is really, I mean, I'm sorry guys. I mean, a lot of people have high blood pressure, and you might actually have to have it, and that's okay. But beta blockers actually do a lot of they hold a lot of retention in your body, like with water. So my face was way more swollen than normal. I mean, I have a pretty chubby face anyway. It's just me. So yeah, I was holding a lot of fluid. So obviously, I talked to a doctor. I mean, don't go off medication. Like you've got to take it for a reason, right? You give yourself bloody stroke or heart attack. But I talked to the doctor and I said, look, I recognize that my health is not great, and I need to do something about it. And I said, if I can get myself healthy, can I go off some of these medications? And she said, yeah, but you basically need to check yourself. You do this, it's on you, right? But I got one of those blood pressure machines, and I was checking my blood pressure every day. Actually, I think I was doing it 3 times a day. I think at stage, just to work out, where my blood pressure was, by how if I. Anyway, long story short, the doctor supported this, and bit by bit, I lost more weight. I got healthier. I got better habits. Yeah, and here I am today with more habits, habit stacking, and 75 Hard helped me with that. And I really think that in 5 years' time, I will look back at this. And this is why I do the lives I do, and I'm intentional about the lives and the posts I do, guys, because I can look back at this in 5 years' time. Like I wrote a post to myself, pretty much to myself, right, this morning, after I shared the meditation I did this morning. And it's kind of like my dear diary. And some people will say, God, what? Just write in a diary, Dora. But yeah, but you lose diaries. Um, Write in an app. You lose the app, or something happens to your phone. So I use the community post as my dear diary, that I can get to look at this 5 years down the track and go, shit. Yeah, I remember that time of your life. It's a very interesting time in my life right now. Like 1 week out of 75 Hard, and the reflection, and the body just coming down, and just this is my new me. This is the new life I live. Um, Creating healthy habits for me, not for you guys, not for you. Don't follow what I do. These are just for me, and I'm just sharing my experiences. We all love a high Dora. So do I. I love a high Dora. Um, it's fantastic, and I'm happy for you. Thank you. I have to run. See you later, Jean. You have to take charge of your own health. Yep, exactly right. You can't, yeah, there's no excuses, right? So anyway, guys, I'm going to go home and have a nice, relaxing breakfast, a cup of tea, and then I'm going to work. And I'm going to have a glorious day, because look at the fucking weather. It's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. Look at the weather. Look at this weather. Look at this weather. And I get to call this home. And I always say, when I think about calling this place home, I hug myself and I think, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad, for bringing us to this amazing place. I thank my mum and dad for having me. I should do that, eh? Because my mum will listen. My mum watches these lives later. So, Mum, thank you for having me, Mum. Thank you for bearing me. I know I was an amazing child. So I'm going this Saturday. I'm going to an Indonesian kind of Christmas party thing. So I did this last year. I shared the video with you guys on my channel, and yeah, my mum. Yeah, this time it's a different location, and yeah, lots of Indonesian food. Right, I'm there for the food. I mean, it's all in Indonesian, so I don't know much, right? But it's good for me to be around the lingo, so I kind of remember things. But I'm there for the food, right? Mum knows this, right? Mum wants me to go because she wants to live there. But she wants to bring her daughter. She's proud of her daughter, right? So anyway, la-di-da. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully this week I hear from that phone shop, right? And I get to I'll update another live about that process of me. I worked 2 shifts on the weekend that I wasn't planning to do with my clients. So I'm earning extra money to save up for that holiday next year, right? So we're doing all the things, many things. We're doing many things. So a lot of gratitude. Thanks, guys. A lot of gratitude for you guys being here. Thank you for listening. Tomorrow I will come back with a silent live. Let's test that out, see how that goes. But I'm going to enjoy it, guys. I'm going to enjoy it. It'll be very, very different for me to not talk. Just saying. So anyway, if you're up for that, you know where I am. Thank you very much. If you want to leave a comment at the end of this live, actually on my comments, on my live, actually on the live comments, actually it's not the live comments, the comment of the post or the video. That way I know that you were there. I remember that, and then I can, send you some love on my, by watching your videos. But anyway, see you guys. Have an amazing afternoon for you guys that are in America, like Debbie Sue and Deb and Jean and Raw Footage, if they're still there. Maddie, she should be walking. Rhonda, I'm in after. You're in after pause. Love that. Yeah. Here's we go. Wayne. Okay, here we go. Wayne at blah blah. Oh no, that's Maddie wrote that. Okay. Okay, Maddie. Wayne didn't write it, did he? Okay. All right. Wayne's gone. Okay, guys. See you later. Bye.